Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. We will just wait for 2 more minutes so that everybody can join and then we will start our session. Okay. Okay. I guess everybody is here. We can start now. Obviously, you know that you can just use your reaction so that I can get to know that you are hearing well. Okay, so I'm getting so many reaction right now. That is what I want. Okay, cool. So yesterday, what we have done, we have just made a calculator, right? In this, we have learned that what is edit text and what is button, how you take edit text, how you take button, and we have done the backend linking for that, how you can get the value from edit text, how you can perform validation on that for, edit text is blank or not, edit text is null or not. That is what we have discussed yesterday. Now, because so many students were facing problem over there, I have just seen some, you were just doing some kind of mistakes in terms of syntax mistake. So for syntax mistake, I think I can say that you can just, see my video again, just do step-by-step process, try to understand that where I am writing something, and then I hope you can just remove your at least syntax error. And that is what only you will get a syntax error for the time being. That means you are not going to build your APK. That is basically can be handled if you follow my step after watching video. You can just, because right now you have some features over here. You can just stop video anywhere. You can just see that what is going on over there. You can just pause. You can just go back. You can just do that each and everything, so that you can just try. And after that, you will get to understand that what exactly is going on over there if you are facing any syntax error, right? Apart from that, what we are going to make today. So basically, we are going to make almost similar program, somewhat related to yesterday, right? Yesterday, we have just made normal calculator. Now, if we want to perform any other calculation, like if I want to say that we are going to calculate a kinetic energy. So we are going to make a kinetic energy calculator where you will ask the user to enter the kinetic, you know, for what you need to fetch a kinetic energy. You need mass and you need velocity, right? The formula for calculating the kinetic energy is basically half mv square, where it's m is basically mass and v is basically velocity, right? So it can be anything, like it can be, if I would say you have to calculate the parameter of a rectangle, right? So at that time you will require something, right? Some input from the user, and after that you will try to implement some calculation on that. That is what we are going to make today. We are going to make today kinetic energy calculator. and we will see that how we can do the same thing what we have discussed yesterday, because some students were facing problem over there. So with this project, I hope you all will get to know each and everything. If you have any doubt, if you have anything, then you can also clear each and everything, that how you can take the input from the user. This is really very important topic, because every time, for more almost every project, you require edit text, you require some input from the user, right? That is why I'm going to make somewhat similar projects where you will get to learn, and you will build your basic over here, that how you can get the value from the edit text, and then how you can perform some calculation over here, or basically how to set the value as a text view. So yesterday what we have discussed, after getting the value from edit text, after performing calculation, we were just showing the output in a toast. But today what we will do in today, we are going to show that output as a text view. Okay, that will not be disappear from your UI. So that is what we are going to make. You will be having fun over here. So just focus and just try to learn each and everything. And today, because you have already understood it, how you can get the value and how you can, perform some calculation. So you can just tell at your home as well. You can just tell that what would be the next line, what should be the next, word. Because of that only, your brain will be, do correct thing. So let's just start. Basically, you know that for making any kind of application, first of all, you have to create your project, right? So that is what we are going to make. Let me just share my screen now. I hope you are able to see my screen. And this is what basically the project, right? Now the thing is, you have to click on where this is your Android Studio project. You have to click on File, New Project, and over here again you have to select something, right? What exactly you have to select? You have to select empty activity, right? After clicking on empty activity, what you will do is you will just click on next button. And I know that everybody is aware of that what we are going to make. We are going to make a kinetic energy calculator. So what we will do, we can just take a name like kinetic energy, KE, and what we can do is kinetic energy uh, calculator. Okay, we are not going to change package name. That can be unique, so it is unique for the time being. Save location, we are not going to change any save location over here. Language, you all know that basically this language is a backend language and it can be Java or Kotlin. In my case, what I am going to use, I am going to use Java. That is why we are going to select this Java only. Minimum SDK, it can be different for different machines. It can be different maybe in your machine. In my case, it is 4.1, which is Jelly Bean. Role of this thing is basically to tell that whatever application we are going to make, in my case, it is kinetic calculator application, which I am going to make for the time being. It will work at least on 4.1. Before that, below that version, there is no guarantee that it will work or not. But after this version, it should work. After that, you know that we have to click on finish. After clicking on finish button, you know that what is going on the screen right now. It is basically building your necessary files. So we will just wait for that. Okay. How much time it will take? You all know right now that it will depend on your system configuration. For me, it will take 2 to 3 minutes, because we know that for this system, it is taking at least 2 to 3 minutes. So just wait for a while, or maybe before 2 to 3 minutes as well, it can work. So as you can see on the bottom right side, Gradle building is running, right? So we'll just wait. And on the left side, you can see loading is over here. So all necessary files will be creating soon. We will just wait for that. Okay. So here you can see my project is ready. I have by default 2 files, which is one is backend file and second one is frontend file. In today's session as well, we will be working with only single page. We are not needing for 2 page, but tomorrow we will be learning how to work with more than 1 page. But today we are going to work with only single page because we just need kinetic energy for the time being. And for this, we need to work first on front end. And for front end, you know that for calculating the kinetic energy, you need mass and velocity. And from where you want these two things, you need it from the user, right? And for taking that input from the user side, you need two edit text, right? One is for mass, second one is for velocity. And after this, you need one button which will calculate kinetic energy button. And after that, you need a text view which will show your output. So let's just design first your front end. So here, this is my front end, which is my activity underscore main.xml. If I would say where is your front end file, I know right now you can just quickly say that it is basically on resource layout folder. Correct. On your front end, you also know that there is two options. One is coding option and second one is split option, means design option. Now in design option, basically you can just drag and drop. In code, basically you can just code in XML, and the split mode will show you code and design together. First of all, before drag and drop anything, we will do some kind of initial thing. First initial thing which is required is basically we have to change this constant layout to linear layout, right? How you will do this? You do not have to do anything. You have to just select this till here. Instead of this, you can see when I delete this, it will automatically delete from here as well. Now over here, I need to write linear layout. So we will type LI, and after typing these two things, you can see okay. So after typing this linear layout, basically you will have to select this linear layout from here. Again, you know that for linear layout, basically you have two options. You want to make your layout in a horizontal manner or in a vertical manner. So for that, you have to define orientation. I will be using this, and over here you have to type OR. After I type OR, you can see there is a pop-up which is saying orientation. You have to select this orientation. And over here, you have two options. One is vertical and second one is horizontal. Which you have to select? We have to select vertical. Okay. Now you can see by default, there is one text view which is saying hello world. And we don't need it. What I will do is, I will just select and remove. Now there is nothing over here on my screen. What I need is, I need first of all edit text for my mask. So I will put my cursor over here on the code. Then I will go to design part. For taking the edit text, which will accept only numeric value, what I need is, I need a numeric edit text. How we will get it? Same as we did yesterday. So I will go to text, and here you can see one is written AB text view. That is, this is not edit text. Now there is something called AB plain text. That means this is the edit text, but it will accept all alphanumeric values. This is written AB password. So basically, this is basically for password, where your input will be visible in like a dot or maybe some star like that. Same email, phone, something like that. But what I need is, I need my edit text should be as a number. So I will be selecting this one. And what I will do is, or you can see over here, it is number, number sign, number decimal. I will be require this number only, first one. I will be selecting this like that. I drag and drop, right? Now, after this, what I will do is, I will just go to split mode so that I can just do some kind of correction over here, which is automatically generated this code. I need some correction. What I want is, I don't want any kind of limitation in terms of length. That means I can enter as many number as I want over here in edit text. So I don't need this EMS. I will just remove this line. Okay. Now the thing is, for every component which you are going to make, at least two things or three things is very common. But inside that, there's only one thing which is required for a backend to use, which is called ID. ID is really very important, right? So by default, you are going to get this edit text number ID. But to make it reasonable, what I will do is I will change this name from here to edit underscore mask. Because of this, I will get to know, okay, edit mask is basically for my mask edit text. I hope till now there is no issue. Everything is going good. Okay, cool. So I got so many reaction right now. So you are going well. Good. So basically in edit text, what exactly you have to do? We need a hint because right now you can see nothing is written over here. How would user get to know that what purpose this input edit text is, right? So you have to tell somewhere that this is for mask. You have to type some value for mask. So how you will do this? So there is an option hint, hint. If you type hint, if you click on it, then you will see we have this double quotes, and over here you can type whatever you want. What I need is we need enter mask. That's it. Okay. Now you would say that one thing is hint and one thing is text. If I would type text only and I will write like enter mask like this, or maybe an enter mask value. Arav. Okay, cool. So over here between these two things, hint and text, what is the difference? Okay, so let me just clear one thing. If you are going to use hint, that is basically when you start typing in that particular edit text, that will automatically hide. Okay, you can say just a hint. For example, you can easily type any value over here and it will be override if you are going to use hint. So suppose yesterday we have made a calculator project, and whenever I start typing on that particular edit text, the text what was written over there was not no more, right? But if you will be going to use text on over here like this instead of hint, what will happen is whenever you want to type anything over here on this edit text, you have to first remove this full text, like by clicking on back button. It will be pre-filled value for you on in edit text. So that is why we don't need this. We need only hint, so that I can easily click on it and I will start typing without removing anything from the edit text. I hope you are able to understand it. What is the difference between hint and text, right? Okay, cool. So first of all, for making any design part, the basic part is basically just to make a building block. So we need two edit text, so just make it over there. Then we need a button. So let's just complete that thing only, and after that we will just customize some UI as per our requirement. Okay. So where is second edit text? For that we do not need to go design part. We will just copy this whole code and paste it over here. This is basically edit mask, right? Instead of this, what I need is we need edit velocity. This would be my ID, and instead of enter mask, I can just write velocity. Okay, we have now two edit text. Now I need is one button. Put your cursor over here after this edit text and just go to design part. Over here you have to go to button, and here you know that where is your button? Your button is basically over here. Yes or no? Okay, so basically here as well we have so many buttons options like image button, chip, checkbox, radio group, radio button. So that is all we have. What I need is I need a simple button. I will be just using this button and I will be using over here. Right now we have this button. Just go to this over here, and inside this you can see button ID is basically button. Also we can use this button ID as well, because we do not have many more button over here. But the thing is, the best practice is basically you can just provide the reasonable name. what it will do, it will basically calculate, right? So we can just provide the name like calculate, maybe something like that. Or if you want to make it like button as well, so it would be more reasonable more as well. This is basically up to you what you want to provide the name or ID. That is totally up to you. But best practice is like this only, right? After that, the text. What I need is I need uh, maybe like calculate. So you can just type calculate. Uh, okay. Now we have to show your result. What would be the output? So for that, we can just take one text view as well. We can just show it in a toast. Yesterday, what we have discussed how to show it in a toast view. But what I need is, I want right now that I would be showing my result as a toast, not as a toast. I will show it as a text view. So how you need a text view as well after this. So you can just go to text and this one, this text view, you can just drag and drop somewhere like this. Again, go to here. Here, what I need as per my reasonable name, I will be just removing it and I will type text because it is a text view underscore maybe for showing result. So that is my result. And in a text, for the time being, I'm not going to show for making my UI for the timing. I'm using like result. Maybe after that, I will remove it. Right. So this is basically my building block of my UI. Now let's just make it little bit beautiful. And because of that only, you will get to know something new as well, right? So let's just make it. First of all, what I need is I can just, I just want to make it in center, first of all. Yesterday we have discussed how you can do it. You can just use gravity option in your linear layout. And over here we have option center. If you click on center, you will be able to see everything is over here. Instead of center, if I choose something else, what will happen? Let's just discuss that thing as well. So basically, Android gravity, and here we have so many options. Suppose instead of center, I will be choosing bottom. So you can see it will become as a bottom part, right? So now you got to know. So for the timing, we are going to make it in center. It would be here. Is it looking good? Not yet. So what I need is I need some kind of margin from left, right. So for that, what I required is I need some margin. So margin. So basically, we have, you can see so many options. Single margin without anything over here. Apart from that, margin bottom, margin top, RF, okay. So basically, you can see here we have margin, margin bottom, margin top, right, left. So basically, what does it mean? So if you click on this margin, so basically it will provide margin from left, right, top and bottom, all from four sides. It will provide that particular distance. But if you will choose specifically, like if you will choose margin bottom, then it will provide some margin from bottom only. If you will provide type margin top, then it will provide some margin from top only. Same goes for right, same goes for left. Are you getting me? Because we do not have anything on top, anything on the left, sorry, bottom, anything on the left or anything on the right, right? So basically we need over here only left and right, but because there is nothing over here, not over here. So instead of making, four lines, what I can just do is I can just choose first one and it will start taking margin from top, bottom, left and right. For that, I will be using maybe like 10 dp. You can see some margin we have right now from left, right, because it is visible part, and on bottom and top, it will not visible because there is blank space over here, right? So that's what we have taken over here. After that, what I need is I just want to make this button should be small. It is really very big, right? We don't need to make it like full width of my mobile phone. So how we can change it? So for making a width or height, we have two options, right? One is match parent and second one is wrap content. What is the difference between match parent and wrap content? It can be used for every component. Let's just discuss. Let's just discuss first that what is match parent and wrap content. Match parent will take your full width of your mobile phone. Okay. Wrap content is basically will take the width as per your text available inside that particular thing. Are you getting me? So if I would say for this edit text, the first one edit text, right? Because we have put margin, so that is why it is 10 dB from both of the sides. And width we have taken match parent. That is why it is taking full width. If I will change it to wrap content, what will happen? It will be like this only because the text length is basically this only. Are you getting me? That is why we have taken it to match parent. Now it is taking full width. Now height we have made it wrap content. That means how much height it is taking, that it will taking the space. If I make it match parent, then what will happen? It will take full height of your screen. Then this part will not be visible for you. Okay, that's what you have to take care of. Same thing. Now I have to make this calculate button should be smaller, right? For that, what I have to change is I have to change this width from match parent to wrap content. Let's see how we will do this. Button. We have two options, width and height. Width is for the timing is match parent. Height is wrap content. So height is fine because it is based on the size of this text. But width is not as per the size of the text. I have to make it as per the size of the text. So how we will do this? We can just do it via wrap content. Like here, you can see. Okay. Now there is one more thing. You can even provide some, if I would say for button or maybe for edit text or whatever, you can just provide some numeric integer value as well. Instead of wrap content, maybe you have, you want to do it like 300 dp. So you can also do that, some random value, some numerical. But there is a disadvantage of this static size. What is the disadvantage? Basically, every mobile phone screen size is not similar, right? And whatever application you are going to make, that should be correct for different screen size, right? If you make it 300 dp, so it will try to get this much space in each and every phone. So if your mobile phone size should be small, at that time what will happen? Some part of this button should not be visible. Only some part of button should be visible. And if your mobile phone is really very big, at that time this will become like this only in a small part. So whenever you are going to use match parent and wrap content, this will become your UI should be responsive. You can say responsive means it will be look good for different screen sizes. Okay, so that is why we will be using wrap content over here. Now this particular layout which we have made, you can just try it in a different screen sizes by from here only. You can see if I click over here, if you see over here on your design part, this, okay, if you click over here, you can see there are so many options available. From 5.0, this is the size of your screen, to this. Let's just see if right now it is on 5.0 screen. It is on 5.0 screen, right? If I make it on 5.7, how it will look like, you can see. Right now as well, it is perfectly fine. Okay, if I make it like 7, for 7 as well, you will see it is on center. It is 10 dp from here and here, and it is also fine because it is also on center, right? If you make it on 10, which is tablet screen, which is right now like this time as well, it is 10 dp from here, it is 10 dp from here, and this is something like that. It is not become, you cannot say that your edit text will become on the left side or right side. It is right now also in center. Are you getting me? So your app UI should be like this only. Okay, what else we can do over here? So basically what we can do is we can just have one, first of all, heading over here. So for that, we need a text view. We have already a text view. Just copy this, paste it before this edit text, as we did yesterday. Instead of result, we can just take heading like this. And whenever you are going to make such kind of text view or maybe something like that, which you are actually not needing for the backend, then there is no requirement to create the ID, and there is no requirement to create the object for such kind of thing, because this text view will be static and we are not going to change the text heading ever in my project dynamically. So we don't need this heading ID as well. So that is totally up to you. You can also provide, you can also ignore, because we are not going to use it, because it will be either heading as well. So I don't require a ID, right? That is what we have changed. Instead of result, what I can do is I can just write k dot p dot calculator. Okay, or in short, calc. This is basically my heading. Is it looking good? Obviously not, right? So just make it beautiful. How we can do it? First of all, just make it on center, like gravity center. Okay. Is it good right now? No. We have to make the text size should be, little bit more. So how you can do this? You can just make it like text size. We have a property which is called text size. And over here as well, okay, over here as well, what I need is, I need text size maybe like 30. So you can just go over here and 30 SP. Same as we did yesterday, change the color, text color, hash code, FF0000. I am making for the timing red. That is totally up to you. I hope you have seen that, and there is no problem that you can change the color as per your own requirement. For the timing, I am going to make it like black, red. Okay. I am going to make the change like text style, because I love to see it as bold as well as italic as well. That is what we are going to make. Right now, italic. Okay. After doing this, what I need is, I need some space between both of them. So I can just provide margin bottom. Can you see margin bottom? And here I can just provide like 50 dp, something like that. Now, any other thing which we can do with this? What I need is, I just want to provide some space between this text view. As you can see, it is really stick with the left side. So just go to this text view, and now there is something called padding. Margin will basically provide the distance. Padding will provide some space from inner text view. So you can just use padding, and from left, right, bottom is the same concept like margin. We can use padding, and now we are going to use 10 dp. So you can say padding is from here, here, and here. Same text size should be greater. So I can just make it like text size. Output maybe we can just show in 20 dp, 20 sp. Okay. This is basically we are going to show our result over here. I hope now this is looking somewhat quite good, right? Now the thing is, I need to change something over here as well. What I need is, I want to change the layout like from white to black. Arav Doda, what you want? Why you are disturbing the class? If you don't want to learn, just go and enjoy, have fun. Okay, so over here, basically, what I need is, I need to make the color which is background color. I need to make it black. So how we will do this? In your linear layout, you can just go to and you will just type background, BAC. You can see background like this. Background, and over here you can choose like color black, and you will be able to see some magic over here. Now, can you see there are two things which is not looking good? Can you just tell what is? All text has been gone first of all, right? You are not able to see anything. Reason behind it, because the color of that particular text, the hint color was black, and which is not visible in the black color. So basically what we can do, we'll go to edit text. Let's just change the color of edit text. How you will change? Hint color, first of all, make it white, at the red color white, right? Same goes for text color white. Because of hint color, you are able to see this mask as a white color, and because of text color, whatever input you will be going to put, that you will see in a white color. That is what we have taken. Same these two lines we need for the other edit text as well. So just do it. Okay. So now we have mask, we have velocity, we have calculate button as well, but this text will not be visible. So what we need is, we need only this text color, because for this we do not have hint, right? So we have something like that. I hope there is no issue till here. Okay, cool. We need some padding from here as well. Like you can see, enter E is, look over here only. So what I need is, I can just take padding only from left side, like 10 dp. Same goes for over here. You can see now. Any other thing which you want to do? Okay, you can do obviously. Let's just have some margin. Maybe margin bottom you can use between both of them. You can just have like 10 dp. Will that be good? Yes. Instead of that, what we can do? Can we use some padding instead of left only from all of the side? Will it be looking good? Yes. So now you can see something like that. You can just make your UI. So we are just good to go with this. Now let's just go for backend development. You have to come on the main activity. You know that what you have to do, each and everything over here. You have to create object for all the component which you have taken for the front end. In my case, we have two edit text, one button, and one text view. So we have to create the object for all of them. Let's just do one thing. You can just start creating object like this. We have one button, so B should be capital, and button calculate, something like that. You have to import your button. How you would do this? Alt enter, and that's it. Make sure whenever you are writing this, you are not going to forget the semicolon as well. This is basically is using for termination the line. Okay. If I would say, if you are not going to type this and you are going to write next line, maybe like this, edit text, something. And because you are human, you can understand that this line is on different line. But what computer will get to know? Something is written, and computer will understand that this is also written over here. Okay. Reason behind it, because you have not used this colon, semicolon. Okay. Now because you have put semicolon, now because as a human you are writing the same line, but computer will get to know now this edit text is for different line. Okay, cool. So now basically this is edit text. After creating the button object, what you need is you need to create object for this edit text, right? So we have to take edit text. We have two edit text, which one is for edit mask, second one is for edit velocity, right? Then you have to import it, put your cursor over here, alt enter, and that's it. We have one text view. Actually, we have two text view, but we will require only one text view for here, which is for result. So text result. Put your cursor over here and alt import. After this, you have this all object over here and all the front end over here, right? So you have to link all your object with their front end by using the ID. You all know right now because this is your third project, right? How you will do this? Button calculate is equals to find view by ID r dot id dot. What was the ID for that? Button calculate, right? Put your semicolon over here, then edit mask is equal to find view by ID r dot id dot edit mask, then edit velocity is equals to find view by id r dot id dot edit velocity. And after this, what you need is you need this text result is equals to find view by id r dot id dot text result. I hope there is no problem till here, right? Because nothing we have done new over here. You all know how to do this. After that, what I need is I need to make a click event for this button. So I will just use this dot set on click listener, and now in this bracket, and make sure somebody was doing wrong, that you were just doing this button click event after this bracket. Make sure where I am writing the things, and you will just not do that particular syntax error. Okay, then you will not be getting any kind of error. Button calculate dot set on click listener, and inside this bracket you are going to use like new small. New should be in a small letter. After that you need a space, then control space, and here you are going to use this view dot on click listener. You will be able to see this override on click method. Here whatever you will type, you will going to perform that. So basically what I need is I need to perform a kinetic energy. For that I have to first get mass and velocity. What is the formula for calculating the kinetic energy? Roughly for the time being I am writing over here. After that I will remove it, right? So what is the formula? After bracket I am writing over here like this. Kinetic energy basically is equals to half I can write like 0.5 multiply m multiply v multiply v. Basically this is the formula, 0.5 into m into v square, right? So basically this in this we have to put the values. How you will do this? Just imagine for a time being that how you can do this. Okay, so here let me just know how to do this. So basically you need this mark, you need this velocity. How you will do this? You will just click on this edit mark is equals to find view by id, not find view by id actually. Basically you need to get the value from this edit mask. How you can do this? You will just take two variables like this. The string mass is equals to or maybe for this formula you can say mass we have taken is equals to edit mass dot get text dot to string. Then we can just use a string velocity is equals to edit velocity dot get text dot to string. You know that for getting the value from edit text and for setting the value in a text view, we need should be a string. So that is why we have just taken this string. Now we have to put this value inside this particular formula. How we can put this? So we can just take a variable, which we will take a little bit later. Here I can see 0.5 multiply mass multiply velocity multiply velocity, right? But yesterday I have told you that you cannot use a string value like this in a calculation. For that you have to convert it in numeric value. For that you have to convert it in double dot value of, put this inside that, then double dot value of, put this velocity inside that, and double dot value of, put this velocity inside this, right? After that, take a variable which is called like double result, and you can see your result would be here, which is your kinetic energy, right? After that, what you need is you have to show this into your text view, which is text result. How you will show this? Text result, and it is having a method which is called set text. And inside this, you need to show this result. But for this result, you have to do what? You have to convert it. You have to convert it into a string. I already told you that for showing a value, you have to use a string. Can you see this function we have used like this over here? This, so we don't need this, we will just remove it. Here again, the same problem as we discussed yesterday. If there is no value inside this mass and inside this velocity, then it will get crashed. So before that, I will just use for validation like this. If edit mass is not null and edit mass dot get text dot length is greater than 0. So this would be my one condition. And for if loop, I can just start this, right? And here, after this first statement, which is this only, right? After the first statement, I will be using one AND operator over here. Again, inside it, I can just use like edit velocity is not null and edit velocity dot get text dot length is greater than 0. Okay. After this, what we need is we need bracket for if loop. We are closing it. If this is the case only, if my edit mass and velocity is not null, then only I will be doing this particular stuff. Otherwise, I will be showing a error. An error we are not going to show in the text result, where we are going to show in a toast only. Toast, and over here we can just use get application context in a message. What I can do is here you can choose invalid input. For making a toast, you are now pro, right? How to calculate? Now your project is done. Now basically, how to build your APK? Go to build bundle and APK, and generate build APK. It will start running a Gradle build, and you will be able to see your APK over here soon. So just wait. Okay, cool. So basically, here you can see on the right side bottom, locate, right? You can just click on it. And here you can see this app debug.apk, right? This is basically your APK, which you can download and provide it in your mobile phone, and it will work for you, right? You already know that because you have done it for 2 to 3 projects for before as well. Now after that, what I need is, because I want to show you the output, for this I need a emulator to work on. I will be selecting this emulator and I will be using this. I will not be recommend you to use this emulator because it will be really heavy. But for the timing, I am going to use it because I want to show output. It is going to start the emulator. It will take some time. Okay. Emulator has been started, but you can see this is basically your last project. Just your mobile phone is open. You can consider for the timing. Now, here, you can see this is basically your project which you have made yesterday only. Okay. Now the thing is, this white space which you can see is because of margin only. You can just remove the last margin which we have taken on the linear layout, then it will not be visible. Okay. The first margin which we have taken in the linear layout, right? You can just remove that. Otherwise, it is also looking good. It is also making a design part. Now, first of all, enter mask. You can see if I start typing something over here like this, that enter mask has been automatically gone because of hint only. If it would become a text, then what you have to do, you have to remove first that particular thing. So this is 2. Maybe in here I am going to make it like 4. Okay, and calculate. You can see this is basically your result, right? If I am not going to use this 4, I am not going to use this 2 at this particular moment of time, it should show me invalid input. If I am going to use it like mass is 2 but not velocity, then it should show me invalid input. Is that fine? 5, and it should show me 25. So this is basically your project was. One more thing I want to do with this. Basically, whenever you are able to see this 25, I'm not able to understand what exactly it is, right? So it would be good if I can show it like result is equals to, and then I will show this. Then it would be good. How we will do this? Before this set text, I need to concatenate a string. How we will do this? Put double quotes, and inside this you can just write guys, you don't want to do class. Okay, so here what you need is you need to show result like this. Okay, result, and after this put this, and then you can just after this double quotes you can just put plus. Because of this, what will happen? Your this string would be concatenate with this result. Okay, if I run it right now, then how it will look like? Let's just see. I have just run it, and we are going to show it that how it will be visible. So we will just wait. It will get reinstalled. So we will just wait for that time. As you can see, installing is in progress. Okay, so if I will type like 2, 4, and then I will see this, and you can see result 16. Okay, guys, I hope you have learned a lot today, and just complete this project. Get the recording from the team. I think it is live on YouTube as well, so you can just take the recording from there as well, and just try to implement it. Okay. After that, you will see that uh, you are going to become, good in this Android only. And then you can just make some more projects like to calculate some rectangle of the parameter or maybe something like that as well. So you can just do a lot of things now. Maybe you can just make a project for, finding the factorial or something like that. Any kind of calculation which you can do right now, you can just make. So just do it, try some applications which you want to make, and practice makes a man perfect. So whatever you are learning over here, after that I want you all to invest at least 1 or 2 hours every day, so that you can just find some challenges, and you will just do some, you will be comfortable with the code. Okay guys, then we will just meet by tomorrow with the same time, and tomorrow we will be learning that how we can work for more than one pages. Okay.